In a blazing start to the new season, we look at the
Magnificent job of building chemistry. Higher on this list than many people expected. One of the great stories thus far.
In the backcourt, we'll see Curry and Podziemski. Jimmy Butler is out there with Draymond Green, and it's Peyton in at the 3 slot. And so, off the tip, it's New Orleans. And some question marks for Zion Williamson, the Pelicans moving forward, Shams. What is your sense of how attached to Zion the Pelicans are right now?
The Pelicans learned last year that you can build around Zion Williamson. The struggle, though, is to keep him healthy. I'm told that the Pelicans are really happy about the way Zion Williamson showed last year that he can be on the court. And the Pelicans, I'm told, really believe in Zion Williamson. But there's really no way to find equal talent if they were to ever look to trade him. So the Pelicans have to wait it out and see how they can continue to compete in the West with Zion Williamson.
Quickly, do you think they have enough around him? Do you like the parts around Williamson?
I do. The biggest thing in New Orleans, though, is staying healthy. We see a healthy group, a healthy Zion Williamson for the entire run of the playoffs. That's what everyone, not only in New Orleans, but in basketball, really wants.
To the middle for Murray. Curry can't get it to go. New Orleans has gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Takes the 3. Curry with another miss.
Yeah, they're still looking for some cohesion offensively.
And with the new broadcasting deals, NBA salaries figuring Shams to skyrocket.
And we're not even just talking about the players, Kevin. It's the coaches, it's the front office executives. Everyone is seeing some massive, massive paydays. Every single year we're seeing the biggest contract in league history, and it's only going to get bigger and bigger in years to come.
Are you surprised at the size of some of these coaching deals? I mean, the numbers are amazing.
Coaching, front office deals, it's getting higher and higher, and once Monty Williams signed a deal he did in 2023, that only elevated the market for coaches, and front office executives also are getting big payouts.
It doesn't matter if it's off the bounce or off the catch. Curry never loses rhythm on his jump shot.
To end the run, hits it from 3-point range.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the trick.
Here's Curry, and it's good, 2 points. Curry's got 7 points.
Stronger than he looks. Curry able to take the hit there and finish.
So Shams, when the league brought in that 65-game play rule,
for the biggest contract in NBA history. Every summer that goes by, and that certainly has an effect on players wanting to play and players being in the lineup. Now with the 65 games played rule, there is an incentive for all NBA teams and different athletes.
Well said. And now let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Dejounte Murray is not one for the fast lane. He said, I come from all that stuff, but I've been done that. I'm a homebody. I'm focusing on basketball. There's a lot going on in this world, so it's about being smart. Kevin, growing up in South Seattle, he's seen it all. Back to you.
Yeah, you know, David, he counts himself fortunate to have escaped all of that. Thank you. Butler against Williamson. Peyton outside. Curry on the wing. That's it, coming off an assist from Peyton. He's got 13. And as the salary cap looks set to rise significantly, Shams, any major effects that you can anticipate?
It won't be like the year the Warriors signed KD. They're going to smooth the cap numbers, and it's not going to spike quite the same. But these numbers will continue to get eye-popping when you think about player salary. And you have to keep in mind luxury tax and the new second apron that came into play with the collective bargaining agreement. And that will play a part in how teams build, not putting yourself in a restricted position to continue to build winning organizations.
A lot of moving parts to contend with, but boy, a lot on the horizon. It's stolen by Curry, stolen by McCollum. Williamson against Butler. And And the refs are going to rule that unnecessary contact. It's a flagrant one foul.
Boy, a very hard foul that time, and the officials had to slap him with the flagrant. I mean, you can't let him get away with that kind of contact.
Yeah, gee, that's an easy call for the officials to make when there's that much contact. The league is really cracking down on those sort of plays.
Well, with the way that Zion invites contact, he spends a lot of his time at the free throw line.
Catching up on the changes for Golden State. Trace Jackson Davis is checked in for Green. Jonathan Kuminga comes in for Butler. Moses Moody, he's checked in for Peyton. And Hield subbed in for Brandon Pachemski. And the basket by Kirk.
He was very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
6-second difference between shot and gameplay. It's Williamson, top of the key. It's hauled in by Jackson Davis. Warriors leading by 9. Moody the pass to Kirk. Here's the 3. No good on that one. Down for the Warriors.
Well, the thing about hitting early threes, it spaces the floor. It makes things a lot easier offensively.
And another thing Coach will be thrilled with, the assist numbers, spreading the wealth and creating some offensive opportunities.
Some kind of shooting in the backcourt for him. It's Curry and Hield. Trace Jackson Davis out there with Kuminga. And it's Moody in at the 3. So that's the group out there for Golden State. Shams, we know you grew up in Chicago. I'm assuming you grew up a Bulls fan. Who didn't? And you had to have a favorite player growing up with those terrific teams.
I was a big-time fan of hoops in general. Definitely someone for me was Kobe Bryant. That someone wasn't a Bulls player. We almost got him one year, but that was someone I grew up watching. Did you have a favorite team player growing up?
Well, I love Kobe. I called every season of LeBron and every season of Kobe Bryant. And Bryant actually did start for 2K, as you know, not too long ago, before his passing. He sat down for a couple hours, but I hate to rank them because Kobe, Jordan, and LeBron are all right there at the very, very top. And the influx of international players continues to just fill these rosters in the NBA. And Shams, it has truly become a global league.
It's truly a beautiful thing, right, Kevin? We want sports to bring people together, to really galvanize communities, no matter your ethnicity, no matter your gender, anything. And now I really feel we're breaking down a lot of barriers.
I think the top 5-6 players, we got Doncic. We've got Porzingis, of course, who was such a nice player, but Antetokounmpo and Jokic. I mean, the names go on and on of key contributors to winning teams.
You have to make a case that the world team against the U.S. team, if they were ever stacked against each other, that would be a heck of a game.
You and I would pay for the ticket, wouldn't we? I would pay to watch that.
I'm willing and able to pay immediately, Kevin. Sign me up. When are we going?
I hope soon. Hey, Shams, you're always on the pulse of those league-changing trades. We certainly saw some impactful ones last season.
Across the board, the Pacers, the Mavericks, they made deep runs, and they did so on the back of some big trade deadline moves. Those are transformations that excite all of us to witness. Even New York, getting OG Anunoby at the trade deadline. This is a league that's built on capitalizing at the moment and striking when iron's hot, and we saw multiple teams do that this last season.
That trade deadline was phenomenal for those teams you mentioned. Really impactful.
You can't overlook this part of Olynyk's game. He will drop 3-pointers on you when he can.
It's Curry outside. And again, it's the Warriors missing. Right there, the defender clearly trying to inhibit a fast break. I think that's a transition take foul. And he's got his first chance at the line here.
And I like what he did at the line a season ago. How about 81%?
An impressive young talent. Murphy knows his role is to use that scorer's mentality.
Different look here for the Warriors. Green is checked in for Trace Jackson Davis. Butler comes in for Jonathan Kuminga. Gary Payton is checked in for Moody. And it's Brandon Pachemski in for Hield. And then for New Orleans, Williamson comes in for a limit. And it's C.J. McCollum in for Herbert Jones. On its way from Curry for 2, and the Warriors miss again.
Yeah, you expect him to make those. Good look, just couldn't find the mark.
Wide open, couldn't capitalize. Warriors leading by 8. And here we go, it's Butler. No good, they had a chance to end the run there.
Oh, this is exactly the kind of opportunity you don't want to waste.
And Shams, what an absolute delight it has been having you courtside with all of us tonight. Thank you so much for taking time to join us. It has been a true pleasure.
Thanks so much for the invite. I can't wait to do it again sometime. I'm honored. I'm privileged.
Oh, we are going to hold you to that. Thank you again. And what a treat it was to have Sean stop by. He's definitely become part of the fabric of the NBA.
Yeah, and I'll say this. You won't need a harder work.
Valuable he is to the team with the amount of offense that he generates. Rarely is there a bucket where he didn't have a hand in creating it.
Now, here's Moody. G right on him. Comes out of the gate empty. He's 0 for 1. For the Warriors, they won their last contest, that game against the Clippers.
Really consistent with their aggression. In that game, we saw very few lulls from an intensity standpoint.
Yeah, it was an all-around excellent performance, and one I'm sure they'd like to replicate tonight.
Here's Butler. Oh, no, stop him.
And providing the support where they need it. That stops a 12-0 run by New Orleans.
Murray outside. Jones kicks to Murray. Here's Macy. 5 on the clock. In the corner, Murray with it. Off target with his 3. Warriors leading by 6. Pass to Pajemski. For 3. That's it, coming off an assist from Peyton Curry.
His play so far is what fans love about him. He has gone right at the defense time and time again.
Yeah, he hasn't been settling. He's getting to the rim, and that's him at his best.
Tipping off the second half, here's Willie Green's foul. McCollum kicks to Murray. And it's Murray with the jam.
Yeah, this has been an outstanding night for Murray. Consistent, efficient, doing it all at the offensive end.
And Greg, remember, in DeJounte Murray's rookie year, he played in the Western Conference Finals.
Murray was the youngest player in that series, playing 20 minutes a game, competing against the KD Steph Warriors. How about that for a welcome to the NBA?
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And Stan Hall in New Orleans, you had a chance to coach Zion Williamson. Now, I've heard you talk about him before, but what's something special about Zion that maybe the average fan doesn't see?
Well, Kevin, that's a great question, because I think what happens a lot of times with Zion, his athleticism is so exceptional that it's hard not to watch and focus on that. But Zion is both very, very smart and a very unselfish player. Nothing makes him happier than an assist to a teammate.
That's a terrific assessment. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Well, McCollum can do it all when you give him the keys.
And we've got a timeout called by Steve Kerr. Wants to regroup and go over the strategy.
All right, a chance to take a look at some stats for Murray. He's coming off an excellent season. He put up about 22 points a game last season. 6 assists and 5 rebounds. Backup point guard, always an important position, and he fills that role beautifully.
Yeah, you need someone who can organize that second unit and keep things moving along. A tremendous asset.
Who calls it like he sees it, though? My goodness.
Yeah, that's an understatement. Look, Jimmy's never going to hold back. He'll call out his teammates. He'll call out opponents. He'll call out the referees. This guy acts with no fear.
Just don't call out the broadcasters, right? We want to stay out of his range.
And he would have no reason to.
Exactly. Over a minute and a half into the third quarter of action. Williamson finds Murray. Shoots over Curry. Murray, no good.
Yeah, loose coverage by the defense, but he just couldn't take them back.
Curry with it. Guarded by Murray. Oh, Curry, so accurate from three-point range.
Yeah, they get one to fall. Now 1 for 4 to start the third quarter.
Curry against Murray. This one for 3. Basket number 8 is all good. He's attempted 12 shots.
Well, that's his first 3 here in the second half. Gotta think he'd like a few more of those.
Here's Curry. Misses off the left iron.
This is not how they wanted to start the second half. Just 1 of 5 so far.
Count it, and the Warrior lead has been cut down to just 4 points with a bucket from Williamson.
Well, to Zion, a little bit of contact is nothing. I'm not even sure he feels that.
Curry dishes to Butler. And a great assist by Curry. That one goes in. Butler's got his 3rd bucket of the night. Murray against Curry. Murray, no good. Warriors leading by 7. Pass to Curry for the 3. And so it looks like the Warriors will retain possession here. Well, there's a lot of emphasis on three-point shooting, Greg. What's your opinion of that?
Well, Kevin, stretching the D isn't just about how far out they have to defend. It's the distance between that and how far in you have to defend. That's why analytics favors shots at the rim and from distance.
And the Warriors making a change here. Moody's checked in. Greg, it's been great to see the Pelicans get to the next level these past few seasons, hasn't it?
It has, and they've become one of the deeper teams in the NBA over that time. It's not just about one guy. There's talent up and down that roster.
Takes it off the glass.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
McCollum against Curry. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Drills the three-pointer. Curry's got 6 here in this quarter.
Honestly, guys, Curry is the best three-point shooter I've ever seen.
Williamson looking it over. Here's the screen. Cuts in the layup for 2. Williamson's got 6 points.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Now Curry. 33 points for him. Curry crashes inside.
He has just been in a flow offensively. Terrific game. He has been the X factor.
It's tipped. It's stolen by Curry. All alone. And Curry with the stuff.
And all the way, Curry outplayed everyone on the floor.
Pelicans trail by 9. Williamson outside. Another shot. 23 seconds left to play in the third. Warriors have gone just a bit under 50% from the field since halftime. 5 out of 11. Outside Curry. Takes a 3. Hands it from downtown from the field. We come back right after this. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, he puts that pass right on the money and made things look easy for his team.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Some kind of shooting in the backcourt for him. It's Curry and Hill. Moody is out there with Kuminga. And it's Jackson Davis in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the Warriors' 5. From deep three-point land, Steph Curry
He's had a night. This team feeds off of his energy. And every time they needed a bucket, he's delivered.
Murray, the pass to Olynyk. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. Murray, no good.
And I like the ball move going right back at him to return the three, but he just couldn't get it to him.
Here's Curry with the three. Connects again from distance. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
Murray against Curry. Here's Jones. Jones scoots it home.
Well, when guys like Jones elevate, watch out.
Pajemski, he's checked in for Heal. We've gone about a minute and a half into the fourth quarter. Pass to Jackson Davis. Curry against Murray. Curry is inside. Again, what an avalanche!
An incredible performance tonight, folks. He's at 50.
And tonight ties him for the fifth most 50-point games in NBA history.
Elgin Baylor had 17 50 pieces during his legendary career. He's level with Elgin. Next up is James Harden, who had 23.
Here's Curry with the three. Right side, Kuminga. Puts up a deep three. And it's Stephen Curry with a three. Curry's got 53.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
Down low, shot from the low block. That one a tad inclined to the right, but drops in for him.
Well, they're behind, but it's certainly not because of him. He's doing everything he can. He just needs more help from his teammates.
Curry outside. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Third minute of action now gone here in the fourth. Wide open look here for Murray. They grabbed her on this. A shot by Macy, no good.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
And here's Curry, who brings it up for Golden State. 16-point lead. Beyond the arc. Nailed from three-point land. Curry's got 56 points in the game.
Well, credit them for maintaining that aggression, even being up this much.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, just protect the ball, make smart decisions, don't give them a chance to get back in the game.
And now a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, Stephen Curry.
And it's been a ridiculous performance in the best sense possible. I mean, everything about his game has been working. And no matter what they've thrown at him, he's had the answer.
The better he played, the more these fans got revved up. And that continued to play out over the course of his amazing performance.
On the offensive end, Curry both prolific and efficient.
To the paint, here's Murray. And they converted last on attempt number 3. Murray's got 28 points for the game.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the Warriors.
When you shoot this well from three-point range, you're really hard to stop. The defense didn't rotate out fast enough to stop the hot shot.
Exactly, Kevin. They were lethal from deep.
And ever when important, and this one will go down as win number 3.
And they'll take the win tonight, setting the tone in the first matchup of this 4-game season series.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one is a dazzling game for Stephen Curry.
He was doing everything right, and the points came in bunches. Definitely had the hot hand.
When it comes to players who like having fun, great Jimmy Butler has to be way up there.
Kevin, you see his media picture for the 23-24 season? He looked like he belonged in an emo band with that hairstyle. Jimmy is definitely one of those guys that likes to troll and have fun.
43 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And that one is good. Murray's got 31. Here's Butler. Off on the layup. New Orleans with the ball, trailing by 19. Nisi.
Yeah, for still being fairly new to the league, you gotta love the vision Jones brings.
Butler on the wing. Olynyk is covering. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Personal foul. First team foul. At the line for the Dubs, Jimmy Butler.
Free throw, good buddy.
2 shots.
He doesn't get the second one. And New Orleans pushing it up now. Hit the crossover, got a piece of it. Oh, and the jam by Butler.
Yeah, his athleticism more than makes up for his lack of size. Allows him to compete even against bigger guys.
So we see the Warriors taking the game here. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
Boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
And now let's go over to David Aldridge from the sideline for an interview with our player of the game. Hey, David.
Thanks very much, Stephen. Even for you, rare form tonight. How do you do that?
A lot of work. God's blessed me with a lot of talents, and I just have a lot of confidence. My teammates have confidence in me, so for me to just continue to play hard, stretch my imagination, what I can do, and just let it flow.